Hello, what's up guys? Your guy Promzy once again. Welcome to my YouTube channel. In today's video, we are talking about best apps to send money back home to Africa. These apps could be used to send money to other countries like India and in the Middle East, but in this video, I'll be focused more on Africa because that's where I come from. So if you're ready for this video, stay tuned. Welcome back guys once again. So my name is Promzy. I'm a Ghanaian based in Germany pursuing my masters, and on my channel I give tips like this to students or people living outside the country to make their life somehow easier for them. So in this particular video, we are talking about best app to send money back home to Africa. Once you find yourself living outside the country, one of the things you do from time to time is to send money back home, either to your family or your friends, or to do some projects you are working on. And gone were the days where they used to, as in the old timers in Europe or America, outside the country, used to go to Western Union to send money back home, where you have to go to the banks and wait in queues to get your money. Nowadays, these transactions are mostly done from our phones. So in today's video, I'll be sharing with you some of the most popular apps that are used to send money from Europe or America back to Africa. So one thing I would like to say is there's not a lot of difference between app A, app B or app C. These apps function almost the same, just that some apps have slightly higher amount of exchange rates, and there's just a little difference between these apps. So regardless, whichever you decide to settle on, just know which one works for you perfectly. So I'll talk about the one I use personally and why I use that one, and it's just because that's what I find myself using in the first place. Before we go to the app that is used to send money back home, there's one particular app I want to talk to you guys about that is called Zazu. So Zazu is not an app for sending money back home, but on this app you have all the apps that are used to send money back home. So what it does, it compares the exchange rate across these apps that are used to send money back home to Africa, and it rates them according to the highest exchange rate. So for people who are sending not huge amount of money back home, like 150 euros, this app might not be very useful. But if you are someone who has a business back home, or you are doing a project back home and you will be sending money, huge amount of money day in day out, then you will find this app very useful. It ranks like I said, it ranks the app that is used to send money back home, and it lets you know which one has the best exchange rate as at the time of your transaction. So for example, if I check Ghana as it stands now, the app that has the best exchange rate is Remitly. And if I check Nigeria, if I want to send money to Nigeria and I use Zazu to check the exchange rate, so in Nigeria, the app that also has the best exchange rate as at now is also Remitly, and it's followed by Azimo and WorldRemit. So now you know there are a lot of apps you can use to send money back home. We have WorldRemit, that's my personal favorite. We have TapTapSend, we have Remitly, we have PaySend, we have Wise, we have Azimo. There are a lot of them, but in this video I'll show you the two that I use. So in this video I'll show you how to do the transaction. I'll send some small amount of money to myself, of course to myself, on my MTN Momo account, and I'll show you how the process is done. So you open the app and you unlock your app for security reasons, and that's my reference link. I'll put my reference link in the description below, so that if you use my link I'll get some small amount of token. And so you go ahead and choose your location where you are sending the money to. In my case, I'm sending it to Ghana. You choose the type of transaction you want to do, whether you want to do a bank transfer, a pickup, Momo, or you are buying airtime for someone. Mostly people use airtime. Mostly people use Momo, so you select Momo, you fill out the details. Make sure the details you filled are correct. If not, you have to request for cancellation, which takes, I think, some time, 2 to 3 working days, and it's going to delay the transaction. So one thing about the WorldRemit is there's a small fee. There's 0.99 euros that they charge, but still I think I always choose WorldRemit over the other apps. One, because that's the one I started with. Second is because they always keep you informed the state of your transaction. Sending money and not knowing where the money is can be very stressful. And one time I did a wrong transaction and I was able to cancel the transaction and my money was reversed back, which I found very interesting. I don't know what happens on other apps, but I can only tell what I have used personally. So the second app I'll be talking about is TapTapSend. I recently downloaded this one and I've not used it very often, but so like I said, all these apps are very reliable. You just have to settle on one which you think works for you and you just stick to it. So with TapTapSend, it functions almost the same. That's information about e-levy on the app, but it doesn't affect foreign transaction to Ghana, so we are safe. You select the country, you select your payment method, bank or card, and you fill out the details and you are done. So like I said, sending money back home has been made very easier because of these apps and technology. So I will put in my reference link of WorldRemit and TapTapSend in the description of this video. If you wish to use these two apps, I will say it would be nice if you use my link so that I'll get some amount of token, and I think you also get something at the end of your transaction. So I also put a link of other apps like Remitly, PaySend, and other famous app that you can use to send money back home in the description below. We've come to the end of this video. I hope you find this video very educative. If you did, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to my channel. Like always, the name is Promzy, and I'm signing out. Peace. I hope you're enjoying the video you are watching, and if you like the content, you can support my channel by hitting the subscribe button and giving me a thumbs up. Let's get back to it.